So guys, Terence Crawford in the IFL interview, as I explained in my previous video, Terence Crawford has basically said he wants to face the guys on his hit list are Pacquiao, Thurman, Danny Garcia, and Errol Spence. These are the guys that he wants. Terence Crawford is in a difficult situation. He's having to fight. You know, he fought Amir Khan. Now it looks like he might fight Kell Brook. In between that, he fought Kavalauskas. Fans are starting to become very impatient because they want to see Terence Crawford in there with Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, you know, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, and Terence Crawford wants those fights. And it's becoming difficult because a lot of fans are giving Crawford a lot of stick. They're giving Crawford a lot of stick, saying he's not an elite fighter, he's not a top fighter, but he wants to fight the best. But it's not his fault if they're not getting in the ring with him. And that's why I sympathize with Crawford, because at one point you guys say that he's not fought anybody, right? Even though in this era, he's one of the only, him and Usyk are one of the only fighters that were the undisputed champions in a division. But you're going to say, well, there was no one in that division. It's not Crawford's fault. It's not that no one wants to go in the ring with him, because Crawford doesn't sell tickets. He's not a big pay-per-view star, you know, and he's a big risk. He's a big risk for probably not a huge reward. Why would Manny Pacquiao want to fight Crawford when he could fight Thurman, which is an easier fight and more money? You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, and that's the problem Crawford's been having his whole career with these big names, and I think that's what he's going to continue having, because Crawford hasn't got huge names on his record, huge names in their prime, right? And he needs the top welterweights, and I do think the welterweight division is not like any other division that he's been operating in. It's a much harder division. Look what happened to Danny Garcia. Although Crawford's a lot better than Garcia. A lot better than Danny Garcia, right? The welterweight division is got a lot of talent and a lot of dangerous fights for Crawford. Fights that he could lose, right? But he's not getting the big names in the ring with him, and he wants to get the big names in him. And that's why I sympathize with him, because it's not like Crawford's ducking. Crawford wants those names. They don't want him. It doesn't feel like they want to fight him as much, because they think that we've got our little circle here and we can get big fights. It's him that needs to come to us. You know, we don't need him. And it feels like Al Heyman's just frozen out Terence Crawford, and it's not great, is it? It's not exactly great for boxing, because we need all these top names to fight one another. We need Terence Crawford to fight Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, and Manny Pacquiao. We need these big fights to see who the best welterweight in the world is, because if they don't fight each other, who's the best welterweight in the world? We don't know. We don't know. And Terence Crawford has said on numerous occasions that he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao, wants to fight Errol Spence, wants to fight Keith Thurman. I don't know what's going on with the Sean Porter situation. Sean Porter was keen on fighting Terence Crawford, and I think Sean Porter is one of those guys that would actually fight Terence Crawford. He would, but I don't know, they're quite close, and I don't know what's going on. I don't think Terence Crawford helps himself, because he was saying that he's negotiating a fight with him and Sean, and then he said, I don't know, and then it just all disappeared. Everything just kind of went quiet. I don't know. You know, Terence Crawford needs to get a move on. He's 33 years of age. He needs to get these big fights, but it feels like he's going to find it difficult to get these big fights for some reason. You know, he just can't get these guys in the ring, and it's frustrating for the fans, because we want to see Terence Crawford in there with the best fighters. And at the minute, we're not really getting it. We're not getting him in there with the top name. So it is frustrating. Hopefully the fights can come off, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. What do you guys make of it? Do you think Terence Crawford will get a Manny Pacquiao fight, an Errol Spence fight, a Keith Thurman fight? I don't know. If I'm honest, I don't know. But I'm not holding my breath. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and see you guys in the next video.